Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T. As we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We will get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Denver Live Free Sports Picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. Deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. So let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, with us, Brian Bitler with us. Brad Francis. All right, David Racey here with us. Jay Briggs, Zawacky, and Jovan Burts. Here's how they'll line up for this evening. We've got Bitler, Racey, Briggs, Francis, Burts, Zawacky. Then I will close this one out. All right. A handful of games in NBA. We got also college basketball on the board tonight. Remember, the A-Sun begins their conference tournaments today. Neutral sites today. Don't get fooled by this the team versus team. These two games will be played. I know one of them will be played. I know the Florida Gulf Coast game will be played at Stetson's home court. And the Queens game, I believe, it will be on also as well as neutral court. So those two first-round games, neutral courts. I assume that the winner of this game will be playing on that same court. That's just my assumption here. It's kind of strange to have those two games on neutrals, but that to me probably makes the most sense. So, and we have hockey as well. So let's get the show underway. Let's get the week underway here on the Drive-Thru. Let's bring in Brian Bitler, catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Strong unit production this year in college hoops. Brian, what's happening?
I'll tell you what, a 2-3 Saturday, 2-3 Sunday, I need a big Monday. And I think the NHL card is actually stronger than the college basketball card today. But, at least we have stuff to bet on tonight for sure. Lots of opportunity.
Absolutely. No complaints here on the board. Lots of college hoops, as well as we've got the NBA. And, of course, this is a lot of the small conference tournaments start this week. And so keep an eye here. But tonight it's ACC action as Duke's on the road facing NC State. Duke road favorite 6, total 150.
As the day goes on, I'm really regretting not playing NC State as a premium pick today. But, that enables me to give it out as a free pick today. I like the Wolfpack at home plus the points. Other than playing North Carolina at home, I think this is their big circle game every year for their season. NC State really in a must-win spot after 2 straight losses. Last one was a 9-point loss at North Carolina. Head-to-head, NC State has covered 2 straight and 7 of the last 10 versus the Duke Blue Devils. Duke has been a public darling moneymaker, covering 8 of the last 10 overall. So you're going to see them tonight, especially on the road. I think a lot of points. I see this as a one-possession game. Win tops here for Duke. NC State has played them tough at home. NC State has played tough this year at home, 12-4 straight up. I don't think they're going to knock them off here, but I think they can keep it within a possession. I'm going to take NC State plus the points.
All right, Brian, on NC State here, plus the points against Duke. And something that NC State has done at home is defend, holding teams just over 42% shooting. As you said, this is definitely a circle game here for that Wolfpack. They're looking to get some wins here. They had a tough one on the road here. Florida State and North Carolina open up here the weekend at home here against Duke. This, by the way, this is the last regular season home game here. So I don't know what you think about it, but it'll be senior night tonight for NC State.
Senior night's huge in college football and in college basketball. You see teams seem to get a little bit of boost. If you look at the statistics, Duke's better in everything, points per game, defensive rating, rebounding, slight edge to NC State in free throws, but nothing major. It's tough, but on senior night, and you're getting this kind of points, 2 possessions. I think NC State could knock them off, but I think you'll be safe taking the points tonight. All
right, Brian on NC State here, plus the 6 against Duke. This one to have a start time here, top of the hour here. It's going to be on ESPN. I don't have to say Duke, it's Duke. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, we've got NBA on the board, a 6-game card, some hockey as well. Lots of college hoops. Brian having a very good year this year in college hoops, 2,695 units of profit. That's all documented over at Pick Dodge Frame. So you can verify those numbers very easily by going to Brian's handicapper page and go to check out pick history. You'll see every play up there on the board. All right, Brian, what do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Well, it's a rare night, but my titanium's in the NHL, and my titanium best bet 63, 33, and 1. 66% winners over the last 97 right now in the NHL, 8-3 over the last 11, 73% run. So grab that titanium play for just $25 at pickdogs.com. I have a college basketball and an NBA night, so you get all 3 in my Pound Zone 3-pack for $50 right now. NBA 13-5 last 18, 72% run. And overall in college basketball this year, 118-82, 59% winners, and $1,000 bettors are up $26,950. So let's get back on track today after 2-3 days. I'm ready to get 3-0 sweep tonight.
That's right, guys. Got to work with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dog Cream. You see the great results here from Brian in college hoops. No better time than now to get that 1 month pass, cover March Madness, NCAA tournament, as well as the conference tournaments, all the minor tournaments, NIT, CBI, CIT as well. With that 1 month pass, you can use promo code PICK at checkout, save that 15% off. So no better time to get that 1 month. Now with all these sports overlapping, also will get you the first week of baseball when you get that 1 month pass. So baseball is now in place. So look at all the sports in play with high volume baseball. We got hockey. We got NBA, NCAA basketball. So lots of high volume sports with this multi-pack 1 month. The way Brian's rolling, you want to make sure you get all his picks from the NCAA tournament as well as the minor tournaments as well. All right, Brian, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you again later in the week, but we can catch up with you every day as you continue to put up those videos, that video series with the sharp contrarian plays.
Yeah, make sure you check out the YouTube channel, Pick Dog's YouTube channel, every single day. Sharp betting, contrarian predictions. I got to work on see what I'm going to have for tomorrow, but definitely every night I get it up the night before, so check that out. And I look forward to the weekend hanging out with all the guys. Definitely going to be a big week with college basketball starting to heat up and baseball on the horizon.
That's right. No better time now, guys. So get on board. Like, subscribe, set those notifications. When Brian releases those videos, you get them right away. All right, Brian, enjoy the rest of the week, and we'll catch up with you here Friday on the drive-thru.
Well, I won't see you, Tony, until maybe
right.
this weekend. I got my niece's birthday party to attend on Friday, but I'll be there on the weekend and hanging out with all the guys.
You can always fill in. We'll see.
That's true.
That's true. We'll see. Brian can drop me an email if he's available. All right, Brian, have a great night. We'll catch up with you, if not this week, next.
All right. Thanks, Tony, for having me. I'll catch you then on the flip side.
You got it. Brian Bitler here on the drive, dude. Let's continue here on the show. Up next, let's bring him in David Racey. Some college hoops action tonight here. SWAC action here on, of course, you catch it on Mondays. Let's bring in him right now. David Racey. You can always tune into the weekend shows. David does appear there as well. David, how you doing?
Not bad, Tony. My Michigan Wolverines suffered another beatdown yesterday. So one game closer to the end of the season. This season can't end soon enough for them. They're just terrible.
Yeah, so who's going to pay the price for this?
It needs to be Juwan Howard, but I don't know. The vibe I'm getting is that he's going to be back for another year, which blows my mind. But, I guess it is what it is.
Yep, it is indeed. All right, here we go tonight to the SWAC action tonight. It's Jackson State's on the road to Prairie View. Jackson on the road lane 2.5, total 144.
Yeah, we have the old SWAC matchup here. Jackson State comes in 8-7 in conference play. They've won 4 out of their last 6 games. They've actually played pretty well recently. They are coming off of 2 losses in a row, but one of those losses did come in overtime. They managed to lose by 14 points in overtime, which is not easy to do. But they have lost 2 in a row. They won the previous 4, and they actually haven't been too bad on the road this year, despite the last 2 road losses. They're 4-4 straight up on the road in conference play. They're 9-9-1 against the spread on the road on the season, and they're playing a Prairie View A&M team that is 5-11 in conference play. They're the 3rd to worst team in the SWAC, and they're just 1-7 against the spread at home this season. They've really struggled to cover the number at home, but they did beat Jackson State 71-62 in the first meeting. But I can't go against that 1-7 against the spread number, so I'm going to take Jackson State here, laying the small number. I think they get it done. When you look at the season stats, I know you can look at the conference stats too, but just looking at the overall season numbers, these 2 teams are very similar, with really Jackson State having the only advantage in rebounding. But this is just a straight fade off Prairie View A&M at home. Like I said, 1-7 against the spread at home. One of the worst teams in the SWAC. I think Jackson State gets it done tonight.
All right, we got David here says Jackson State lay the 2.5 points here on the road here against Prairie View. So I'm going to ask you a question. What was Prairie View famous for doing this year?
In terms of what?
There's something they've done that they made some news. Their basketball team.
I'm not sure.
All right. they gave the first win to Mississippi Valley State.
That's right.
I know Jay knew that one. So I was just
That's right. That was just what I think last week only.
Last Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, that was. They were like 5 or 6. They were a decent sized favorite in that game.
Too big, almost. Well, it was 9, and then it went down to 6. And I was kind of joking with Jay because when Jay missed the show last Monday, because I was looking at it, I said I like Mississippi Valley State in this game. This is the game, and he wasn't on the show, so I was able to give it out. So that's what I remember that, because it's like Jackson Prairie View had no business being that sizable favorite against anybody.
Yeah,
they closed at 8.5, by the way, in that one.
That's right. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. But yeah, I was on Mississippi Valley State and the points in that one. I should have taken them straight up. But you're right. Yeah, they gave that first win to them. That Mississippi Valley State team is horrible. That's hilarious. I'm glad you brought that up. That's a good memory right there.
Oh yes. So Jackson State is the player against Prairie View. This one tonight at 8:30 Eastern time. I don't know why SWAC has a deal with Flow TV. I don't know who has that. Anyway. Let's take a look over at Pick for nice action. Of course, NBA on the board, NHL on the board with lots of college hoops. And man, David has been dealing it right now in NHL. 990 units of profit, all documented over at Pick. You can verify all these numbers again. You just go to David's handicapper page, go to his pick history. All the plays are documented, full transparency. What do you have going over at Pick Premium?
Yeah, I'm looking for a bounce back night today. I had a great Saturday, had a terrible Sunday, so looking to bounce back here tonight. I have 5 total plays on the board. I have 3 in the NHL, 1 college hoops, and 1 NBA. I have them all packaged up in a 5-pack. I also have an NHL 3-pack, and then the NBA is up there by itself as well. So head on over to Pick Dogs Premium, check it out, join me for the day, or like Tony and Brian said, join long-term. Now is the time to do a long-term pass. All this college hoops action, the playoff race in the NBA and NHL, and baseball starting up here. I think the first regular season baseball games, those ones overseas, that's like just over 2 weeks away. So great time to join, but whatever you do, good luck.
That's right, guys. Great time to get on board with David Racey. Great results here from David, as you can see here in the NHL. 990 units of profit. You want to try them out for the week, go for it. But I think that 30-day pass is the way to go now, especially with the entire NCAA tournament in action, the smaller tournaments, NHL, NBA, and of course you got baseball starting the 20th and 21st here with the Padres Dodgers in Korea. Then the 28th is the U.S. start date. So you get about a good week of baseball with that 1 month pass. So no better time than now to get on board with David Racey. Pick us a promo code, save that 15% off. Multi-capper promotions as well. Give you even greater value there. All right, David, as always, great having you show. Continue the success. We'll catch up with you next week. But let everybody know about your content, your written form over at Pick Dog Sports Chat.
Yep, I'm one of the free pick writers over at Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs. We do every single sport. Pick Dogs gets just about every single college hoop games. Sports Chat Place gets just the big ones. But during the conference tournament, both sites do every single conference tournament game. So these games that are going on during the day, some of the smaller conferences you guys might not know much about, head on over to the sites, check out the article. You get stats, you get trends, and you get a free pick. So it's a great resource, especially this time of year when some of those smaller conference teams are playing you might not know about. So head on over to the sites and check it out. Yeah,
David is a good source because I know from my experiences writing, it takes a lot of work and a lot of research, and he's been starting since November because at Pick Dog Sports Chat, they cover it thoroughly, and you'll get really an expert opinion there from David Racey. So make sure you check out his written work over at the sites. All right, David, have a great week. We'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, sounds good, Tony. Thank you.
You got it. David Racey here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue. I always respect these writers. I know how much I've done it many times. I've done it for a while. I know how much work it takes to do it. All right, let's continue here on the Drive Thru. Up next, Jay Briggs. You can catch him over at Pick Dog Spring. We'll bring Jay in right now. Enjoying a great NBA season. I hope you're catching this video series here at Pick Dogs. And we'll get him in right now as we start our coverage here from the association tonight with a 6-game card tonight. We'll bring him in right now. I think we're set to go with Jay. Jay, what's happening?
What's happening, my man?
You knew the answer to that question I had for David, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got him, man. All right.
Yeah. That was a money line play as an 8.5-point dog. There you go. That was the time to play with him. That game right there. All right. Here we go tonight. This Sacramento Kings team is something else here, right? It's a a team that's up and down. They should be better than they are. Some people think they should be worse than they are, but we'll see how they do tonight. Kings hosting the Bulls. Bulls on the road. Kings down to 6.5, total to 29.5.
Hey, I think you hit the nail right on the head. Who are the Sacramento Kings? They're a good team. They are. How good are they is the million-dollar question. Usually, as a favorite, you cannot trust them. On the other side, though, I could ask the same question. Chicago Bulls. Who are the Chicago Bulls now? We've seen them look good in certain spots. We also seen them get beat by double digits by the Detroit Pistons at home recently. When I think about this game and I think about this point spread, I think if they played this game 100 times, the Kings would probably win and cover 55% of those games, so about 55% of the time. So with that, I like the Kings here. I know the injury status, Tony T, on De'Aaron Fox. Is he injured or is it still game time decision?
Yeah, that's what I was refreshing right now. I'm waiting for the browser to refresh here. That's something I'm looking at here because De'Aaron was in question here for this game. As I'm still waiting for this. My injury source has been acting up a little bit with the traffic. Maybe they're getting hit too much. Let me see if I get an adjustment here from my line source. My line source here on the Sacramento.
So last time I checked, he was still questionable. I believe he was at shoot around this morning. So kind of leaning towards playing.
Caruso questionable, and I still have Fox questionable, but nothing. I don't have that information right now. Let me pull up the show browser to see if I can get a faster response here from this, because I think my secondary computer is just taking too long to refresh here. Let me see. Let me pull up the NBA.
Yeah.
NBA. Oh, that's the wrong one. I need to check the starting lineups here. Oh, let me make sure I hit the right sport. I'll get it here. It's coming up right now. This is working on this browser. All right. Sacramento, the latest here on De'Aaron Fox is going to be participating in the shoot-around again. Officially questionable, participating in the Kings shoot-around ahead of Monday's game against the Bulls. He has missed back-to-back games, was downgraded from questionable to out despite participating in the shoot-around in his last game. So he did participate in the last game in the shoot-around, but missed. He participates again here in the shoot-around, so we got to wait until confirmation right around game time. It looks like we'll know more about De'Aaron Fox.
See, and that's what kept me from having him as a premium tonight. If he's in, I feel really comfortable with Sacramento at 6.5. He's kind of like their engine, their motor, the guy that gets them going, one of the fastest guys in the league. If he's out, I believe this line comes down, and I still like the Sacramento Kings. So regardless, for me in this one tonight, I like the Kings. Just missed my premium area. The Bulls don't know who they really are right now, and I don't trust them in on the road. Kings is a sizable favorite, has in their best spot this season, but I think this will be a good spot for them tonight. I like Sacramento to be.
Okay, looking at Sacramento, I think that definitely the Kings have the best guy coming off the bench in Monk.
Yeah, Monk, he's a problem. He can go for 30 almost on any night, and that's a lot of teams wish they had that coming off the bench. Now, will he go for 30 every night? Of course not, but he definitely has that capability and the capability to take over a game late in the fourth.
Yeah, no doubt about that. If you look at the sixth man of the Warrior odds, he is a huge favorite.
Yeah, I mean, it's been that type of season for him. And nobody else really has had nearly the impact he's had. So it is a war to lose at this point. I think.
Norman Powell is someone who's had success, but not to that level. And really, the Clippers, they don't do a whole lot of PR anyway. It's just the team it just gives a bad taste. Even the Kawhi, there's been some people saying, well, making a case for Kawhi MVP, but this team really doesn't do much to really, there isn't no PR machine behind the Clippers.
They got too many people to try to put it behind over there. Westbrook, Paul George, Kawhi, Harden. Got a lot going on. I don't even know what they got going on. They just switched their jerseys, moving into a new arena. They just got a lot going on Clipperland. Still trying to compete. Still trying to get out of the little bro of the Lakers. A lot going on with the Clippers, man. And they haven't come out of the break looking so hot. We'll see what they do tonight.
Yeah, we'll see what they do tonight.
In that game, I saw Giannis just got listed out here a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, it looks like Giannis is out here in this game tonight here against the Milwaukee facing the Clippers in one of these back-to-back spots here. And I think I did see Giannis out. Yep, he's officially out of this game tonight in this one, Milwaukee and the Clippers here. And let's going to see here. Simmons, we know, and Thomas are out here for Brooklyn. Just updating everybody here on the latest on the injury front. Let's see. Keontae George hit questionable tonight for Utah. We know Markkanen is out.
Saw that pop up.
Yeah, Keontae George, the scorer there. And they're very thin. By the way, they're very thin, moving Fontecchio and Olenek. And they become very thin. The latest here on James is always still questionable, so day-to-day here. I want to ask you, we're not covering this game on the show, but of course it involves college hoops with Texas, a big one between Texas and Baylor. We're seeing Baylor 7, although the sharpest book in the world now is 8, so that tells me some sharp money really coming on the Baylor side. They think they're going to pound the Longhorns tonight.
Man, I left this on tonight. I don't have it officially on the premiums or anything like that, so I'll just tell you guys exactly my thoughts. Baylor is definitely the better team. I wouldn't lay this number with. I faded Texas on Saturday. I had Oklahoma State. I thought that was going to be a good spot there, coming off the huge win in the game before that. But I don't know. Texas, they've kind of showed me some things here in these last 2 games they've played. I could kind of see this being a letdown spot for the Baylor Bears. Do they win the game? I think they probably narrowly escape. But I wouldn't be surprised if Texas gave them a real shocking scare. Now I know the team that maybe think otherwise, as that line is grown throughout the day. But me personally, I'm leaning with the points in my back pocket in that with Tony T with the Longhorns.
Yeah, a little bonus there from Jay. When his Longhorns are in action tonight against Baylor, so that's one of the marquee games tonight at 9 Eastern time. But on the record, Jay, on the Kings, lay the 7, 5 to 6.5 out there. They're out there against the Bulls tonight, 10 Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for nice action. And we've said it, Jay has been on a tear in the NBA. 2,168 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dodge Premium. NBA on the board tonight, as well as action on the hoops. And I know you'll throw some plays up there on the ice as well. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Tonight, I have just one play up for sale. My NBA play of the day, my favorite play in the NBA. Currently, we are 62, 40, and 4. Last 106 on that NBA play of the day. So we're just trying to keep them link forward there. I do have an extra play in there for term subscribers, which is an NHL play, my NHL money on ice play. So my long-term folks have that play in there, looking to cash there. Having a decent season in hockey, barely on the leaderboard, but barely having any plays in there. But hey, we're there, baby. So we're trying to stack another win tonight in hockey. But of course, the big money is where I'm definitely at tonight is in the NBA. You guys can hop on that play or something long term with me, as it's a huge NBA. I just wasn't in love with the small card today. Or you could pair me up with one of the guys here on the show, Brian Bitler, hot in college hoops, David Racey, in hockey. You got Tony T, you got Brad hot in the NBA, Jovan. You always know he's loaded and capable of catching lightning in a bottle. So a ton of great people here at Pick Dogs, man. Pair me up with one of them, and let's continue to kick the crap out of the books.
That's right, guys. Get over with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs. Previously, great results in the NBA this year. 2,161 units of profit, all documented. Use that promo code PICKIT. Check out. You'll save that 15% off. And Jay, you also have that all-access package there for those big bettors.
I do. My all access members are enjoying a tremendous season, man. Me, Costi, and Mitch, started this new thing this season. Still figuring out the best way to make a perfect product for you guys. But for the good that have been in there, they have enjoyed what we've been offering thus far this season. It's that next level premium service that guys have asked me for. They wanted me to be a little more hands-on with them. It's for the bigger bettors out there. You have to have a pretty big bankroll in order to handle the volume that is being produced here in the NBA. But if that's for you, then we're producing a pretty tremendous profit. I think you should seriously think about joining us for the of the season and gearing up for next year too, because this is going to be something we're going to be doing for a while. So it's a long-term investment. Again, it's been a really this season. So I think you guys should think about joining.
That's right, guys. Go ahead and get signed up. Send the text and get signed up. All right, Jay, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. But let everybody know we can catch you on the morning shows and, of course, your video series at NBA Rundown, every game on the board.
Every single day, I cover every single NBA game, man. Rain, sleet, or snow, no internet. bad connection, no graphics. With graphics, I try to show up, man. And we've covered damn game this season. And we're gonna try to continue to do throughout the remainder of the season. So you guys can watch NBA Jam Session every single day. You can catch me on the morning show Monday through Friday. Mitch and Ruffalo. Fridays and Mondays, and then Wednesdays with Romanelli. And then on the weekends, well, you can catch me the weekend shows where we bring in a ton of guys you see here on the drive-through, and of course all across Pick Dog. So ton of fun on those shows, ton of fun every day, and wouldn't love doing anything more.
That's right, guys. Like, subscribe, set those notifications so when Jay drops those videos, you get them right away. All right, Jay, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Appreciate you, Tony T. See you later.
See you later. Jay Briggs here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on. Guys, you ever miss a pick? We always recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Brad Francis up next. Catch him over at Pick Dog Spring. We'll bring Brad in right now. More coverage here from the NBA. And I think we'll set him up here in just a second with Brad. Brad, what's happening?
Tony T, how we doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm feeling great here into March. We got one between the Grizzlies and Nets going head-to-head here. We see the Nets big favorites here, 9.5, total 204.5.
Yeah, I mean, that total's pretty crazy there for modern day NBA. But I'm taking the Nets here. I'm taking the Nets, and I'm laying the points, and I'm not thinking twice about it. I mean, if you see what the Memphis Grizzlies are doing lately, it's pretty damn bad. They're coming off back-to-back losses against an awful Portland team, and both those games are at home as well. And one of those losses was by 30 points. Losing at 30 points by the Portland Trailblazers right now I don't even know how that's possible, honestly, playing at the NBA level. And if you look at Memphis's last 5 games, I think they're the worst team in the NBA right now, the way they're playing. And the Nets, on the other hand, they're coming off back-to-back wins against the Hawks. The last time they played a road game was 6 days ago, so they've been home for a while. They're probably acclimated, nice and rested, and they've also played well in these spots all season. The Nets have been home favorites 13 times this season, and they are 10-3 ATS in those games. So I think these teams are trending in opposite directions. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Nets up by like 20 at the half, just the way the Grizzlies have been playing. So I think taking the Nets to get at least a double-digit win here isn't a bad play at all.
All right, Brad is on the Nets here, lay the 9.5 here against this Memphis Grizzlies team, a team that's had its ups and downs, and also too offensively has had really struggles here. Of course, we know the issues with them. Morant out, Wantanami Williams is somebody out tonight. We also have Jaren Jackson out. Bain is out. So really, it's again with Memphis, you're kind of dealing with a really G League. They're making fun of them, calling them a G League team. But when you look at some of these names, don't recognize. I recognize Luke Kennard. Last time I saw him on the court, he was shooting air balls from 3. So he's the 3 guy who's had struggles. GG Jackson. He has some games. Sometimes he's GG Jackson. Sometimes he plays like he's G League Jackson. So it's inconsistent for that rookie.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that starting lineup, you're like, what is this? This is not an NBA product. So, yeah, I mean, and just like a few weeks ago, I was actually on the Grizzlies. I was taking them. They're covering big numbers. But what I've seen, especially in those 2 games against Portland, I think this team is just going to continue to trend downward until they get those guys back. You get Jaren Jackson Jr. back in the lineup. They can start winning games. But with this lineup they have right now, it's terrible. GG Jackson's not going to be the one winning the games. I can tell you that.
That's right. They're not. He made a spark here or there, and it can help off the bench with this rookie. But, it's been rough here. Brad on the Nets here. Lay the 9.5 here against the Grizzlies tonight, 7:30 Eastern time. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. Up on the board tonight, we got action from the NBA. And, of course, Brad having a fantastic NBA season. Look at this, 1,550 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. And it's showing great profit across the board this year. Last 30 days, last 7 days, yesterday showing profit, all sports combined. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, man, I'm feeling some good momentum right now. I had a 4-1 day on Saturday, 3-0 day yesterday. So I feel some good things going my way. And today I just got a 3-pack. It's my 2 favorite college basketball plays, and then my favorite NBA play as well. So go scoop that up. This game's all about runs, and it's good to hop on when you can catch a guy who's hot. So, like I said, I'm seeing the board well. I think it's a great time to hop on. And, of course, like everyone says, man, the long-term passes are where the best value's at. So check those out as well.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs Premium. 1,550 units of profit in the NBA for this year. All documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. So get signed up. Remember that 1-month pass covers the entire NCAA tournament, all the NIT, all the conference tournament action, as well as the NBA hockey, and of course baseball for a week, right? The U.S. opener is March 28th. We have 2 games on the 20th, 21st in Korea. So look at all these sports overlapping. No better time to get that 1 month right now and get signed up, because Brad has been on fire. Pickets a promo code, save that 15% off. All right, Brad, as always, great having you show. Keep up that great success. We'll catch up with you next week, but let everybody know you got that video series with your parlays.
Yep, doing the parlays every single day, 365 days a year. We've actually been hitting a couple of lately, so I'm feeling to go momentum with the parlay videos as well. So go check that out on Pitall's YouTube. I just want to say, Tony T, I don't think you get your flowers enough. You do a great job running the show, by the way.
Oh, I appreciate that. And of course, appreciate being on here with all the great cappers here. It's a lot of fun. Doesn't even feel like work whatsoever. All right, Brad, appreciate all that. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, thanks, man. Have a good one.
You got it. Brad Francis here on The Drive-Thru. Let's continue here on the show. Up next, let's bring him in. Jovan Burts. You'll catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. We'll bring Jovan in right now, ready to roll here with action here from the association. One of the marquee games on the lineup for tonight as well. And that's what the NBA does. They usually kind of save all the better games for after the Super Bowl. If you notice that, the schedules get really, really good. Jovan, what's happening?
Yeah, what's going on, Tony? And before I even move on this game, we're gonna have to call an audible because the big news of the night, Giannis is a no-go. The line's gonna turn out. Well, it's already turned out. Flipping through 0. So without Giannis, this team's really dead in the water. They could get a bump, yeah, but I'm an audible to a college game, and it's a marquee matchup as well.
All right, so let me see here. I can always just flip the screen here. Let's put Jovan here. Okay, so what game will you be covering here today, so I can get the board?
It's gonna be the Texas Longhorns and the Baylor Bears.
All right, that's easy to find. Okay, let me go ahead and get the graphic up here. We're going to be looking at the Texas game, and actually I had my game up there last, so let me go ahead and move this here, and we'll get in that one. I know Baylor will be that home favorite tonight, and let me go ahead and just get the graphics set up I appreciate that we get that audible in there, which is fine because we know there was a big change there in that game. All right, here we go. Texas and Baylor here. We're seeing Baylor now 8-point favorites, total 145.5.
Yeah, and this line has moved up, but I agree with the line move. I'm on the Baylor Bears in this one. Now, Baylor, while they haven't looked like years past, and they're a good team, mind you, but they're just not the dominant team that they were for the past, 3 seasons. When they won the championship, even before that, the COVID year, when everything got stopped, they was going to win the championship. But, be that as it may, they're surging right now, and I believe that they're going to, put boots to ass in this one against the Texas Longhorns. Now, the Texas Longhorns, they've won their last couple games. They've been playing well as also, but in this one, being in Baylor and being the fact that Texas won the first matchup, in Austin, this is a get back spot, revenge spot. Baylor has dominated this series, 7-3 against the spread and straight up in the last 10. And whenever they go to Waco, it's usually a Baylor double-digit victory. You know what I mean? And with the way Baylor shoots the ball, hell of a three-point shooting team, hell of a rebounding team still. This is going to be a lopsided affair as far as I'm concerned. So, like I said, I agree with the line move. Someone knows something, and I believe that's the right side. So I'm on the Bears in this one.
All right, Jovan here on the Baylor Bears here, laying the 8 here against Texas. Hard to argue that because when we've seen Texas in some of their step-up games, they've been pounded on the road, pounded at Kansas, pounded at Houston. They got pounded at BYU, which is actually playing better than I thought they would, leaving they used to play in the WCC, right? For college basketball, they're tangling up with the Gonzaga and St. Mary's, right? Now they move into the Big Ten, which is I thought would have been, which was a huge step up in class. But BYU been hanging on their own here, and BYU even pounded them at home. This Texas team. So Texas has been blown out in many road games against tough opponents.
Yeah, absolutely. And they really haven't failed so well. They did have they did get a win out of Texas Tech, and I think some people might believe that Texas, a surgeon as well based on their last two outings, double-digit victories, one on the road and that one. And, they've beaten some good competition, but this spot, being on the road, and they're not a covering team as well. They've done better a little bit, covering the spread, but they're 11-18 overall covering, against the spread. So, and on the other side, Baylor, they're 17-9 in that covering role. So, I'd rather deal with the home favorite, a covering team, a team that you're gonna get a good performance shooting the ball, especially against this Texas team. They're decent at times in defending, but other times they let it go a little bit, and I think that's what's gonna happen in this one.
All right, there. And Clippers have now moved to the favorite by 1.5, and the Clippers are in a back-to-back spot, and they were really tested in that game against Minnesota, 89-88, getting away with it. So we're going to see only Westbrook out here for the Clippers. Now we can look at this game and handicap it now without Giannis here. You will have Lopez, Crowder in there and Lillard here for this Milwaukee Bucks team, but they're very heavily dependent here on Giannis. I would just think, from a coaching standpoint, the way the Bucks have been playing here with Doc Rivers and of course the Clippers, coming off in a back-to-back spot, I don't know. I would lean myself under in this game. 222.5 right now is the total. How do you see this one?
Well, I'm not gonna give you the total because I already have a play on that. I have a premium on.
I got you. All right.
That's why. So I can't give that up. But what I will say is that if this keeps on going any further, if this line flips a little bit too much, you might want to buy back on the Bucks. But at this number, still can't do it. And the way it's going, because it's flipped. Ever since word got out that Giannis was questionable, might not play, it's went down from 5.5. So it's like, how much further can they go? What's the rock bottom point as far as the spread's going to go until it goes back the other way, or will it go back the other way? To up to game time. You know what I mean? But I would say that if you're seeing, go to 2, 3, 4, 4 might be the number where you're like, okay, enough's enough. Let's get some buyback on the Bucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the Clippers haven't been playing well at all. It is what it is. They haven't been playing premium ball in quite a while, which is why you've been seeing some of the results they have. Yesterday, they did win. I was on them yesterday. I gave that out on the morning show yesterday, but that was just a situation where they match up well against the Timberwolves. But coming off a second half of back-to-back, if this line gets a little bit too steep the other way, then like I said, you have to buy back on the Bucks, and I'll be on them again.
We'll see what the Beverly
without
factor.
Giannis,
the Beverly factor.
Without Giannis, the Beverly factor. Hey, you'll probably see him getting some more playing time. I'll say that, even though he doesn't play, a big man position. But hey, we'll see what happens. Sometimes with these stars being out for one game, short notice, they usually, rise up a lot of times. But I just the way their personnel is, and their reliance on Giannis, I don't like it. I can't stick to my guns in this spot and say, okay, I'm rolling with the Bucks. If you're a Bucks backer, you might want to find some ways to hedge, until it gets to a certain number. Bet something else, because at 5.5, I don't think they're gonna win by 5.5 without Giannis.
There's now twos now. Clippers -2 at some players are starting to pop up.
It's the floodgates. The floodgates are opening up, and everyone's betting. So they see Giannis out, and they're like, yeah. Everyone knows what say he's a straw that stirs that drink over there in Milwaukee.
7 points of the line. 7 points of the line. Woo!
Yeah, and the thing about their personnel is they don't have anyone to fall back on the bench. Their roster is not deep at all. You know what I mean? Now, if Beasley could get hot, Dame, he could get hot. he'll have to drop like a 45 piece as far as I'm concerned to, to stave off what the Clippers might be able to do without Giannis on the court. You know what I mean? Because that point production, that's 30 some odd points right there that you have to replace, and that's what's on the Bucks roster. They don't have that. You know what I mean? So
they're going to ask.
Someone's going to have to get hot.
They're going to ask Portis, Danilo Gallinari, who used to play for the Clippers. He used to live on the injury report when he was the Clippers.
Right. Yeah. I mean, hey, last year we was with the Celtics. He didn't sniff the court, because he was out. So, I mean,
we got the baby brother. The baby brother is there too. To be honest,
the baby brother shouldn't even be in the league. He's the only game because Giannis is there. It is what it is. But like I said, if you're getting any substantial amount of points, which it looks like, being that it's 40 right now, or whatever, and it's looking like it's going just completely out off the rails the other way, then you're gonna want to buy back on the Bucks. And dare I say, if I'm thinking, if you're someone who thinks that the Bucks can wait until close to tip off, see where it's at, and bet it money line. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's also a way to do it. You could rationalize and say, okay, he's gonna get his. He's gonna have to step it up, get an additional 15 points, and then maybe Beasley could step it up. Maybe Jay Crowder could hit some threes because he lives at the 3-point line. Maybe Brook Lopez. I was about to say Robin. Maybe Brook Lopez. He could get more production. They still don't have Middleton. If they had Middleton, then maybe you wouldn't worry about it so much. But yeah. I mean, the other guys, what if he get his? Maybe he can get his. Then if you could rationalize it like that, then maybe you could say, okay, Bucks money line. I don't care. They're hot. They've been playing top notch, but it was at 1.5. Yeah. Can't back them. I could only back them to maybe 4.
There you go. And we just right now it's twos now are coming up, and then we haven't seen it go beyond that. All right, Jovan, for the show now, the audible to Baylor laid the 8 against Texas. This one here will start 9 Eastern time over on ESPN. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick.com for tonight's action. Of course, we do have NBA on the board tonight. Lots of college hoops as well. Jovan enjoying a very good NBA season. 1,311 units of profit, all documented over at Pick.com. To verify those numbers, just go to Jovan's handicapper page. You'll be able to verify all those plays right there. What do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, I got a 3-pack in the NBA. Yesterday, I swept the NBA with a 3-0 day. So just looking to keep it going. I don't know college basketball. Good slate of college basketball tomorrow. I have that. So jump on something long term. 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, yearly. Basketball, one of the other handicaps for the 2-point capital emotional. It's all here at Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed, guys. Get up over here with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the great results from Jovan in the NBA, over 1,300 units of profit. So get on board. And, of course, maybe do that long-term pass as Jovan was talking about, because remember, all these sports are overlapping right now, and it's a great time to get on board with Jovan Burts. Use that promo code PICK. Save that 15% off. Jovan enjoying a great year. Last 30 days, last 7 days, last 24 hours, all showing great profit. All right, Jovan, it's always great having you show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you again on Friday. But let everybody know, you've got your short series out right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Hit one on Friday, took the day off on Saturday slate. Well, not the Saturday slate, the Sunday slate. And I'm back at it to another 2-teamer. Getting a lot of views. A lot of positive comments and all that. So, just looking to keep it going.
Yeah, keep it going, guys. Get on board with Jovan Burts and make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so when Jovan drops that short, you get it right away. All right, Jovan, enjoy the night. We'll catch up with you on Friday here on the drive-thru.
Absolutely. Have a great night. Win. See you on Friday.
We'll see you on Friday. Jovan Burts here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the drive-thru. Up next, Ron Zawacky's been good to us here on the drive-thru. Bring him in right now. NHL coverage. And, of course, Lindsay. Oh, Lindsay, what has happened to you? You just had a horrible road trip.
Right. How's it going, Tony?
It's going great, Rod.
Good start the week.
Yes. So we're CFL at? We're CFL season already? Are we in preseason? Or we started training camps already for CFL?
I think things have started to open up and started to get things rolling. So I don't think they were in training camp yet in mode yet, but that's probably guys at the gym, maybe at the facilities already getting things going. But this is that was the closest tube I could grab. It was the warmest one that I had out there. So
I was wondering maybe there was a season win total coming in from you or something. I was wondering. You always have that. It's
got to go. It's got to go over. It can't get any worse than what they've been doing the last few seasons, especially at home. So far, I like the Elks to have a better season than what they did last year. They're looking in the right direction. Things are starting to progress, and you gotta have those down years. It happens with lots of sports teams that you can't always win them all. You gotta take the bad years with the good years.
Oh, that's right.
The Elks.
The Elks. So Rod I made a good season fading Elks. I had a great year fading Elks.
Oh, we had a great one. We had a great season fading the Elks at home. It's like it's been seasons. It was like almost 3 seasons long of fading the Elks at home.
That's right.
Tough.
That is tough.
Tough long seasons for the Elks, but hey, I like the way the direction they're going.
That's
think,
right.
It's going to look better because no upper bowl tickets, only just lower bowls.
There you go. There you go.
So everybody gets a better seat.
That's right.
So what they've done is they made, instead of having it staggered and looking awful, what they've done is they've made everything in the lower bowl. It's going to be an improved season. I like it.
All right.
And the production on the field would be better, just like
That's
here
right.
with this game. Just the production with this one.
Absolutely. All right. 2 teams.
Calgary's on a roll, and I hate to say it. As an fan,
but these are 2 teams on the outside looking in, right? They're outside the playoff picture, but a wild card is in reach. There's still about 20 games left in the season. There's still 40 points to be had. Anything can happen here. Flames hosting the Kraken. Flames $1.23, total 5.5.
Yeah, these are 2 teams that have heated up in the second half of the season. The Kraken playing pretty good hockey in their own right. 5-4-1 their last 10. Calgary 7-3 in their last 10. Played better hockey. Winners of 5 straight games, and it's not like they've been playing the schlubs either. They beat Winnipeg, they beat Boston, they beat Edmonton, they beat LA, and they beat Pittsburgh. So Calgary's been rolling right along thanks to Markstrom and his 4-game winning streak. Over that 4-game winning streak, goals against average of 246, save percentage 915, which is on par with what Markstrom's done all year. 257 goals against average and a 912 save percentage. So it's been what he's been doing all year. Grubauer getting the start for the Kraken in this one, and he's got a 279 goals against, 900 save percentage. And that's not been the downfall of the Kraken. It's been scoring goals. You don't score enough goals, you can't get wins. You might be holding teams defensively over the second half, holding defensively to 2.4 goals a game they've been giving up. But this Calgary team has been lighting the lamp. 4 goals, 6 goals, 4 goals. They've had no problem ripping it in, and Kadri's been a good reason for that success as well for the Calgary Flames. Blake Coleman's been nice coming up. So is Mangiapane. This Calgary Flames team's been rolling. Only one way to go. I'm not getting in front of that train. Give me Calgary Flames here in the saddle dump. They'd be great. Home goes home crowd. Home crowd goes home happy, even in the saddle dump.
There you go, Rod here on the Flames. So we'll talk a bit. We're hitting the bitching hour. Let's get to Pick Dogs Premium for nice action. Rod enjoying a great college basketball year for this season. Rod, we got college hoops on the action on the ice, NBA. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And over at Pick Dogs Premium, looking to kickstart the week. I had a 3-3 day yesterday, so minus $5. Only got juiced a little. We've been hovering around the 500 mark for the last few days, so jump aboard is one of those times too where we're going to start to heat up. We've definitely been heating up in college hoops over the last 30 days. Been roaring right in March. 66 and 46 over the last 30 days in college hoops. Big dime bettors up over 15K. So grab my March Madness pass. Join me for the rest of March and get all my college hoops. Tonight, I got my NHL sniper play going. You can scoop it up, $19. I also have an NBA drop a dime play in the NBA. Love that play. But you can get everything all combined I got going tonight. Mega Money Monday 5-pack, where you get 2 in the NBA, 2 on the ice, plus my lone college basketball going tonight, only available for long term or available in the Mega Money 5-pack. Jump aboard as we kickstart the week. I'm excited. I love these games tonight. So join me as we kick the bookies' butt and head into Tackle the Book Tuesday winner.
That's right, guys. Get up over Zawacky or Pick Dogs Premium. Use the promo code PICKIT. Check out Save That 15% off. You guys love those long-term passes. Go ahead and get signed up there if you would. All right, Rod. You know when you look at the winning streak, you always want to look at who they play. But Calgary's wins have been impressive. Winnipeg, Boston, Edmonton, of course, an LA Kings team, and of course, then a down Pittsburgh team. But these are teams that are in playoff position.
Correct, right? Like I said, they haven't been playing the schlubs of the league. They've stepped up and stepped up big against the top-notch echelons of the teams that are in a spot that they're chasing. So can't go against Calgary. Hey, they've been rolling right along, and against the Seattle team that just struggles sometimes to score goals. This is all a revenge spot. Seattle got the win last time these two teams faced 2-1, close one in that one, but. I think Calgary's going to get their revenge. This was 2-1 in Calgary. If you look, it's kind of funny. The visitors have got the job done lately, head-to-head between. I think that trend ends here. Calgary's just too strong at home right now.
Calgary at home, beating good teams during this 5-game win streak. All right,
yeah, and beating good teams too.
Yeah, that's it.
I can't knock him. I'm like got something bad to say, but I can't.
Rod's a
5-game winning streak. And playing good. So watch out. Here comes Calgary.
Yeah, here comes Calgary. So keep an eye, Kings. Keep an eye, Golden Knights, and all you teams holding on to that wild card. But there's kind of a fight there in the West for that wild card. But anyway, Rod, let the folks always know that you're a man of the people. You always got something for them on bonus.
Definitely, always got some bonus. We're going to go right to this Calgary game. I think, as I said, they'll be able to score 4 goals, 6 goals. I like Blake Coleman to get an anytime point. I think all you got to do is get an assist, get a goal. All he needs is 1 point, minus 110. Lay it with that. Take Blake Coleman. He's been rolling right along, getting the points. And I like Mangiapane to get a point as well. He plays on the power play. I think he chips in and gets a point there. Another one, that's even money. So take those two. And you know what? We get since college hoops, as I said, been rolling right along college hoops. Up over 1,500 units the last 30 days. I'll give you one that I didn't, but this is one of those ones that it hasn't moved all day. Take Alcorn State plus the 4.5 here. You look at Alcorn State. This is a revenge game for Alcorn State against Texas Southern. They lost to Texas Southern earlier, but I think they're going to come into their gym here. Alcorn State's been rolling right along since that loss. They've got 6 straight wins. Playing great defensively in conference. They're winners of 8 straight conference road games at night as Alcorn State. So sprinkle a little on the money line. They got a shot to win this one outright and get a big revenge. But take Alcorn State plus the 4.5 in that one. College hoops tonight.
College hoops tonight. Extra bonus there from Rod. Man of the people out there. They love it indeed. All right, Rod. Let everybody know before that you roll here. Let everybody know about your video series as you go A to Z NHL, every game on the board, as well as the parlay.
Yeah, every game on the board, and we're back. As Jovan said, I missed a couple days. Just couldn't find anything. I didn't want to push anything. So I got a 3-teamer going for tomorrow. Like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. That way you get notified when those 9 videos drop, plus the parlay video for Tuesdays. Tackle the Book Tuesday, heading in tomorrow. Let's crush it. Check out those hockey videos. Anytime you're looking for a hockey play, check it out. We got you covered at TikToks.
That's right, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit those notifications. When Rod drops those videos, you get them in real time before these lines move. All right, Rod, enjoy the rest of the night, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
You as well, Tony. Have yourself a good one, everybody out there, and appreciate each and everybody. So definitely smash that like button.
That like button, guys. Support the show with that like button. We greatly appreciate that. All right, Rod, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
And as Tony says, hey,
yep.
Put your favorite play in the chat. We like to
Yes.
like to see in the chat. Tony's going to do his little at the end of the show. Put what you like in the bet. Put it in the chat.
That's right.
Maybe
Yep.
I'll pop in and give you another bonus play.
There you go.
Roll. I only got one bonus play tonight. And as it gets later, you see some of these lines, they start to
They're
prove.
tight.
Well, with the late lines, sometimes. Yeah, some of them, they start to move, and you can kind of see them brew
Yep.
all day. And it's
Yep.
like,
My
sometimes
models,
you're like,
as
you look
yeah.
at some of these, you're like, oh, I want to put that one in. Ooh,
Yep.
that one, look at that one. Well, just think if he had the Clippers this morning.
Washington, Utah was another one that was moving. Yeah, I was like, oh, we got this line so short there with Utah.
Right.
But yeah, that's some craziness there. All right, Rod, we'll catch up again.
Just think if he had the Bucks already.
Oh, I know. Huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
goodness,
looking
yeah.
to get
Oh, yeah. I know there's cappers out there. Oh, I know. I gave out the Bucks.
Oh, I know. There is.
We can't change it, brother. I'm sorry. That's crazy. That's rough. That's a rough one. All right, Rod.
That is, yeah, I've been there though. I've
been there.
Where you got to play and all of a sudden you're like, woof, and you're like, no, really?
I know. This have to help you. It'll help you. It evens out, right? Usually.
It evens out though.
It'll even out. You got to look at the long term. You got to look at the long term to keep your sanity.
It does. It does. Yeah, you got to go long term to keep your sanity in this business because you can't let one bad day ruin it because you do have those days. I wish you could say we win them all. Totally. Those Twitter guys do, as we know. They hit 80% regularly, all the time, 80%, right?
Yep. You follow their links and you find nothing but just a sales page with no documentation of nothing. That's where you stay away. That's where you stay away.
I don't know. Yeah, so sometimes there's nothing. Sometimes it's worse than that, where you get hit a link to. You got to watch out. You don't want to go down some of them rabbit holes.
Oh yeah, some of them. There's some rabbit holes out there. That's right. I know those. Yeah, no doubt about that. Make sure anytime you click a link, make sure you have your securities installed in your browser. So I will tell you that, especially on Twitter.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
All right, Rod, we're gonna hit the recap. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Yeah, have yourself a good one, Tony. Catch you guys tomorrow, everybody. Crush it. That's right. Get those best bets in. Rod may join you in the chat. All right, let's continue. We'll do the recap, and then we'll get to my picks later, and then get those best bets in the chat, guys. Share them with everybody here in the chat if you would. All right, let's continue on here. I don't want to get my pick up here yet. Let's just get the recap in. All right, we start with Brian. Brian liked NC State +6 against Duke. David, Jackson State laid the 2.5 against Prairie View. Jay was on the Kings, laid the 7 against the Bulls. Brad was on the Nets, laid the 9.5 against the Grizzlies. Jovan Baylor laid the 8 against Texas. Rod Flames -128 against Kraken. Sacramento State will be my pick against Eastern Washington. The one I like the most here, boy, it's hard not to go with the Flames. I'll go with the Flames here with Rod. This Flames team is hot, and they're beating good teams. That's the thing. Look at who they're beating. It's been good teams, and of course, they're trying to get. I think the LA Kings are vulnerable. The LA Kings are a vulnerable team. They can be caught. So if the Flames continue to put the pressure on, keep win, maybe they can catch the Kings for that wild card spot in the West here, because it's not over yet. There's still about 20 games for each team's left here, so there's time to make up some ground. All right, we got you the pick. Get those best bets in, guys. All right, we're going to look here at this one, Sacramento State and Eastern Washington. Yes, we are getting some Big Sky here on Monday. I guess their conference tournament will begin shortly. We're going to take the points here with Sacktown State here at plus the 8, just basically on the strength of Sacramento's play of late here over the past couple of games here. I'm going to look here at the form here. Sacramento State have won 2 straight behind a really good defense. It looks to me that they've just been sandbagging, knowing they're not doing anywhere in conference play. Let's just get tuned up here for the conference tournament. And they've been playing well here over the last 2 games behind good defense. And we see them at home hitting 47%, allowing 44%. And the Eagles' defense is tapered off a little bit. When we're talking about Eagles, we're talking about Eastern Washington. Over their past 5 games, they're allowing nearly 48% shooting. This Eastern Washington team, and they also had a bad loss on the road. I want to say it was against Northern Arizona. Let me double check that. I believe they do have a recent road loss here, and yeah, they do. They have a recent road loss at Northern Arizona, so they're vulnerable. And as I said, their defense hasn't been the greatest. They lost at home to Weber State. Gave up 804, gave up 871 to Northern Arizona, gave up 76 to Northern Colorado, 79 to Montana, and then overtime win at home against Montana State, gave up 104. So this is the final regular season game here, and they're on the road in this spot. So we will go ahead and take Sac State here plus the 8. A team that looks to me that may just been sandbagging here for this conference tournament. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. I've got a best bet from the NBA tonight, so go ahead and get signed up. Remember, the long-term pass will serve you well. 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period select. When you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase. Use the promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off. All right, guys, get those best bets in. We'll read them off in just a second. We're going to let you know that this will do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again
We'll bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. We've got your plays in real time. Remember, it always gets started with that morning show. We are live here at 6 p.m. East. I'm sorry, the morning here, live 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We got Mitch. We got Jay. We've got Mitch here with that morning show. Also, Mitch's 7 Picks in 5 Minutes, his betting tool show, his roundtable discussion with the professional short series as well from Mitch. You'll see those come up. Also, Jay's Jam Session NBA around the league from the NHL with Chris, as well as his game picks for you here on the channel. Rod Zawacky, every game on the board from the NHL. Also, the parlay video from the NHL. We also have Jovan's short series, Brad Francis parlay videos. David Racey, find him over at Pick.com in written form. Brian Bitler is up. Sharp Contrarian plays. Big Al McMorty has all access up there. Costi, sharp trading plays from Costi. Against the public betting from Dana Lane. The parlay video from Brad Francis. Many more. Ron Romanelli, college basketball breakdown videos up here for you as well. Lots of content, guys. This is a place to like, subscribe, set those notifications, so when these videos drop, you get them in real time. All right, that's going to do it here. Before we go, guys, let's get your best bets right now in the chat. We'll read them out right now. We got Ramon here coming in with NC State here plus the points. We got Blake here with Weber State laying the 2.5. Flames here as well. Calgary Flames here from Blake. Pravi likes Idaho over 139.5. That one is tempting from Pravi. Blake in here. FGU here minus the 1.5. We've got, let's see what else. We got Ron Crawford. Play of the day, Nichols State -2 with his show pick. Baylor -4 first half for Blake. What else we have here? More and more of the best bets coming in right now from the guys here. Rod Zawacky, Austin Matthews, anytime goal from Rod Zawacky. Chris White Thunder, Northern Colorado lay the 3.5. He's been good to us in the chat room. Appreciate that from Chris White Thunder in there. Flyers here, money line from J-Man at 45. Also, what do we got here? Let's see, we've got some more coming in here. Panthers first period in full game here from Nicholas Handy. Blues money line from James Thrower. Let's see what else we've got here coming in here from everybody. Well, Raven Ron likes to crack in that spot, so that's Raven Ron, who also has good opinion here. Has been good on the show. NHL Bets likes VJK over 6.5 goals here tonight. Looks like that's his play. What else we have here tonight? Let's see. Any more best bets, guys? Let's see what we have here. Boy, we got a money line play from Gavin Fensky here on the Clippers. What else do we have here? What else we've got? Boy, a lot of great content today. Comments coming in, a lot of questions up there. All right, guys, last call for the best bets before we sign off. Rod with Leafs and Boston over. Another one from Rod here as he comes in. Let's see if we got any more coming in from the folks. That's going to do it. All right, we're all set for tonight. We got you all wrapped up with the chat's best bets, our show picks for you here on the drive-thru. That's going to do it, guys. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us.